Look at the front where it says Ames real big.
Everyone.
Hi everybody.
Right now we're in Balch Springs, Texas, and we wanted some burgers, so we went to Carl's Jr. because that sounded like a good idea, but you know how it goes. They're out of business, so.
We have that power of making everything go out of business.
So, yeah, it's rare to see Carl's Jr. abandoned, but there's actually quite a few of them around the DFW area. They're far and few between those, so if I wanted to get them all, I'd really have to do a lot of driving, so. But I figured here's a second one for you, and well, I'll just check it out, and maybe if we can get a third one, great. If not, some other time. But anyway, let's go check this one out. All right, here we are at Carl's Jr. in Balch Springs. The equivalent to Hardee's in the East. Notice there's a bunch of them closed around DFW, but there's also a bunch that are open still. And a bunch that were only open maybe in the, I don't know, the last handful of years. But this is one that's kicked the bucket. What does this say? Oh, hazardous materials, location closed, that's all it is. Notice this building has lease equipment owned by Reliant Holdings. Huh. So they want their stuff back. I don't blame them. There's the bar there where you would have the soda fountain. Get your drinks there. Other, like, condiments and stuff. Set up like a Hardee's. I mean, it pretty much is. Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are the same thing. They have a few differences on the menu, not very many though. A lot of the menu items are the same. Carl's Jr. has a couple different things that Hardee's doesn't. Hardee's has a couple different things that Carl's Jr. doesn't. Like the classic look though in there. And the lights that they have on the ceiling. Those are sweet. I like that they use the same logo, the star. I like this. I guess I could just fill up with water there. Yeah, here's her drive-thru as a matter of fact. Let's go check. We'll walk through that. Check that out. I like how it swings way out here. And you got that little ditch there. Like the palm plants, the little palm trees. Oh, look at that scar up there. Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if a Hardee's moved into one of these old Carl's Jr.'s if they ever worked their way out west? I mean, it's the same freaking company, but still. I mean, that wouldn't happen, but that'd be silly. Is there a drive-through? Another scar. Location closed. I'm at like a super busy intersection. Oh, here's a card reader thing here. I've seen that at a few places down here. Doesn't look like I'm getting a Frisco burger or anything today, or you know. You'd think with Hardee's being literally right down the street from like where I work and where my mom's house is, I would be hitting that up more often, but I really don't. I only have Hardee's maybe once every other month. If that, I get their breakfast more often than I even get their lunch, dinner. I can't remember the last time I actually had lunch or dinner from Hardee's. I always just get like their breakfast sandwiches. That's it. There's your probably wrong way drive-through sign or entrance sign. Their parking lot, which is rather small. I mean, you got the Quick Trip right next door, but yep. That's Carl's Jr. for you. We'll go over here, check out this place real quick like we normally do. You know, I like to do this. I don't know why, but we found some neat things in these garbage pits once before. Imagine if they had like the Carl's Jr. signage. Holy crap. What a dump. That. It's all broke. Toilet. Okay. Alright. It's definitely strange, but alright. And then we could just exit out this way. Weird. But that's it. From Carl's Jr. Alright, well that was our look at the Carl's Jr. here in Balch Springs, Texas. One of several gone in the area of the DFW part of Texas. And, I mean, there still are a bunch that are around, but it's weird because there's not too many of these compared to, like, other places like Taco Bueno, Arby's, McDonald's, that kind of thing. Whataburger, I mean, geez, Whataburger's everywhere down here. It's like McDonald's.
Whataburger will pretty much take anything out. So, like, Carl's Jr., anything like that. Whataburger is just a Texas favorite, you know? You ask a Texan, oh, Carl's Jr. or Whataburger, it's going to be Whataburger every time.
Yeah, Whataburger's pretty damn good. So, but yeah, even with Hardee's, though, in the East, they're far and few between. So I'm surprised to see as many Carl Jr.'s as there are around this area. Because, like, even in the East, Hardee's is still kind of sporadic throughout. They're not on every block. So it's just weird how that company works with both Hardee's and Carl's Jr. But obviously they wanted to get rid of a few around here, but they still operate several others. So I'll never understand it, but it is what it is. I mean, you're right off the interstate, too. You want to get a quick bite to eat, jump off the interstate, hop right back on, you're good to go. But that's not meant to be, so. But anyway, we're going to take off and just find whatever else there is out there to check out for you guys, and we'll do that. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please subscribe for more content. And take care, everybody. Stay awesome.
Have a Kmart-licious day.
And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
This is real buttermilk. And when you mix it with flour, it makes real biscuit dough, which is where real biscuits come from. This is made from scratch.
The Mile High Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Biscuit with thick-cut Applewood smoked bacon pieces. Only at Carl's Jr.
This is an oven, and it's hot. Not heating lamp hot, not microwave hot. Oven hot. This is made from scratch.
Introducing the Bacon Swiss Chicken Biscuit with buttermilk chicken and Applewood smoked bacon. Only at Hardee's.